Hi, I'm Don Jurgler, editor of Claims Journal. Our team here works to bring you regular videos highlighting experts speaking for a few minutes on a claims-related topic they wrote about for us recently. The videos are part of a new initiative to bring you a better, redesigned Claims Journal experience, which includes an entire section of expert viewpoints with trends and insight. Take a moment to check out our new homepage and other expert viewpoints on claimsjournal.com. We hope you enjoy this brief interview. Thank you. Hi, I'm here with Carla Woodard, Senior Vice President of Claims at Pi Insurance. And we're talking about small business insurance and how claims and insurance professionals can help these companies. Thanks for being here, Carla.
Thanks for having me, Don. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, before we get started, tell us a little bit. You just mentioned before we got on the video, a little preamble talk. You've been there at 3 years at Pi Insurance. Give me a little bit of your history, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. So yes, I joined Pi back in 2022. Had the privilege of coming in and helping to build out our in-house claims operation. And we've done just that. We've actually grown from a total of about 5 claims pioneers to roughly 53 today and growing. Prior to joining Pi, I was with Employers Insurance for 15 years, and I was with Tokyo Marine America for 10 years before that. So I've been in the industry now for 29, almost 30 years now.
Well, congratulations again. You wrote for us recently in one of our expert viewpoint pieces about what small businesses should know about, about what claims and insurance professionals should know about small business insurance blind spots. So tell us about these blind spots.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic because when you think about policy coverage and what a small business goes through when they're trying to determine what they need, they work through their agents. They try, obviously, to get coverage for the things they know about, but oftentimes they do have blind spots. Some of those blind spots can include things like under workers' compensation, have they actually correctly classified their employees? Are they employees or are they independent contractors? Do they have subcontractors they inadvertently forgot to add to the policy? Do they have operations outside of the workplace or normal job duties that are possibly not addressed in the policy? Those are just some of the things that can come up as they find themselves with a loss and having to file a claim. In commercial auto, for example, have they actually updated their policy with any new vehicles, any new drivers? Do they have coverage for personal use of business vehicles? Those are all things that can come up. And unfortunately, they come up at the time that they need the coverage the most, which is when they've had a loss.
Well, what are some of the most common or the biggest blind spots that these businesses tend to have?
Yeah, it's typically those. It's just making sure that they've asked themselves the right questions, that they've asked the agent the right questions. Again, the things that I just mentioned in terms of both of those lines of business, claims professionals are actually at a very unique position of being able to be the first to uncover those gaps. So while claims professionals don't necessarily write policies, they are on the front line and they're essential in spotting those patterns and educating the business owners, helping them to understand what the coverage needs are so that any future losses can be adequately covered. So again, the most common blind spots typically have to do with their operations and making sure that their policy has the appropriate coverage and that they've updated it appropriately as time has evolved. It's not a one and done more often than not.
Well, what we're sort of talking about a little bit is these gaps in coverages as well. So they tend to be revealed at maybe the worst possible moment. Tell us about that.
Yes. Unfortunately, these gaps really do tend to surface right when a business is counting on their insurance the most. These are definitely, from what we've seen, more often than not unintentional oversights. But it's a frustrating moment for business owners, and claims professionals are often the very first that have to deliver that tough news.
Claims professional, now they aren't writing policies, of course, but they can step in and help when a business finds a gap, right?
That's right. That's right. They can flag these potential risks for future guidance for business owners. They can help them understand what went wrong and how to fix it. They can also work with, agents, sales and underwriting teams to help inform them of any trends that they're seeing so that we can proactively educate and get our policyholders up to speed on what they might need and hopefully eliminate any of these future gaps that they might have for losses that happen in the future.
Well, great. This has been great and very helpful to us. So thank you for being here, Carla.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.